Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll ride the hot hand. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
No, I like the food. They did me like the announcer. They was watching film on, man.
The day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
So South Carolina's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Just nothing doing on that last one.
Now let's go up.
This one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better.
Yes, our ball. Let's go. Let's go.
Pays off the sack at the 20.
And that 2nd down,
let's roll.
I think was expecting
What's up now?
firing upfield.
They got me fired up and hyped. Now let's go, baby.
They win the one-on-ones and they get a big-time sack.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone. You're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And it's right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the pick.
And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, Russell.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score South Carolina 10, Alabama 0.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Second down coming up. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's running in the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're just about ready to kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the Gamecocks will move the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using the quick game. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Off the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick this one.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now,
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position. He knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive.
Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
The offense lining up for a first down play. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. They'll give it to him again. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run, and you can't stop it. It could be a long game.
Well, we knew coming into this one, guys, the offense wanted to get this guy the ball. I had no idea it was going to be like this, though. We're not even done the first quarter. He already has over 100 yards receiving.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quick pass on the jet motion. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Oregon. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The offense set for a 1st down play. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. It's complete. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Gets rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. That they did their part, score, your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, you get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you've got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
A 1st down for the offense. The give out of the gun. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Raiola. They'll run the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll run play action. Excellent coverage
Check out my
and
fourth
good
and four.
use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, how did he make that move? He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse. He lobs one high down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Gets it out fast. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up, and this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here.
Second my 4th and 4.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
My second 4th and 4.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Give to the fullback. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown time! There's nothing like seeing the hardest working guy on the offense get in for 6.
The big physical guy that blocks 99% of the time. You don't give him the ball very often. Reward the big fella for blocking his tail off. Gotta like that.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Oregon. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's the handoff. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing a lot.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Lets it fly. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Makes the grab close to the logo. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's seconded. Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Alabama. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
From the gun, the running back has it. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. To the ground. He's got it again. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Middleton. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And quarterback and receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll do it himself. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6 yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Soften him up with a run. Now to throw. Trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
It's a fumble. And the defense snatches it, and they've reversed the field. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last try.
He's taking the shot. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown time! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oregon. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Grabs it in the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, South Carolina.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. One more snap coming before halftime. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. These two defenses have really been up to the task so far, and it's hard to ignore how each of these two secondaries have impacted things. They've stayed true to their assignments, covering each receiver like a blanket. And you know what else they've done? They've wrapped up and tackled. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Catches it at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return, man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They'll run it from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah,
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
No jogging, but I'm sleepy.
The give to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass.
Pressure
was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their points.
And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offense.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
You take it. All right. Shit.
That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
This offense is really going to try to keep the defense on their heels in the run game by doing it with different guys. It'll be running backs, it'll be quarterbacks. They may even try to get receivers involved in the jet sweep game, reverse game as well. But a nice play there.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. He wants to throw. He wants to go deep. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that they tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Raiola. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Quickly complete. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes that Alabama offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7. He unleashes a long one. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Swings it out to the flat. Makes the catch and knocked down. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Well,
and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses. And
another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Line gets set, 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The receiver on the jet sweep. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I love defenses that can gang tackle. How about the defense getting a lot of hats to the football? That receiver's a fast dude. But this defense, they've got a lot of teams beat themselves, and they showed it right there.
A strike downfield. Racing to the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll give it to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Raiola. Got his man quickly. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Quick strike complete. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown. He just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It is perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
That last score sort of like the finishing touch on a great meal. They are oh so close to tasting victory and getting ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll return it from the 50. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Inside the 15. He's off to the races. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurt them a little bit in this game
last
already.
one.
They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started. They build this 4th-quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be dragged down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up... Better job getting blocks and establishing this.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Not one, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on 2nd down from the 5. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes the catch at the 45. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes that Alabama offense.
Wake up, wake up. What's that not chicken? Wake up. What?
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty.
Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll keep it on the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah,
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on 2nd and long from the 13? He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Paul. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Fair catch called for, but there is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort it out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out quickly. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Sends it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, fuck, he dropped that pass. Oh. Okay, you hit it.
That is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. What a snag by the defense. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Line gets set, first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Here comes the offense on first down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Alabama quickly back to the line. The give is to Garcia. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Alabama.
Looks as if the Tide will cut it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Well, this one had all the suspense.
Good job. I'm way to tighten up on the defense.
And they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.